My journey started basically 20 years ago when I had my daughter, but not until recently when I had a doula client that was suffering postpartum after the birth of her child. We went to a peer support group. There were just a couple other mothers there, but it was so good for my client. She was able to just sit there and listen to other moms express what they were going through. Even though I told my client what she was going through was normal, that she was exhausted and she was struggling with breastfeeding, she listened, but she needed to hear it from somebody, from a peer, someone that was going through it right in the moment. I was so impressed with Cherished Mom and Christine and what she was doing that I knew that I had to do this facilitator training. Going through this training, after almost 20 years after having my child, I finally was able to process my own postpartum anxiety. I didn't have any mom friends to reach out to at the time. There were, as far as I knew, there were no support groups. The OB never asked me how I was feeling. I don't think anybody ever asked me, went through the little checklist to make sure I wasn't suffering. And so I had nobody. I thought it was normal. I thought everybody felt like that. But going through this facilitator training, and looking for the signs and the symptoms, and for me, not just as a facilitator, but as a doula, to watch out for my clients, to make sure that they would get resources that they needed. I was like, oh my goodness, I had horrible anxiety, probably for 2 years. Just like all mental health, I think it needs to not be something to be ashamed of. Moms should be able to call their doctor and say, I'm struggling, and the doctor not go, it might be the baby blues. I think they need to take moms more seriously. Scary things happen when we don't listen to our mothers.